comes, you'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what you want to go to college for?
I don't know if I will. Is it going?
It's like flickering. Okay, just go.
Okay. I'm in the pre-BSN major nursing right now. But that could change, but right now nursing.
Okay. How many different houses have you lived in?
5.
Okay. What is one of your favorite childhood memories?
Well, I was quite the entrepreneur as a young child. So me and then Sage and Jasper, the twins that lived across the street, we would start some businesses, and one of our more successful businesses was called Nail Breakers. So essentially we took a little plank of wood that we found in the scrap bucket in the garage. We nailed a big nail in the center of it, and it was multifunctional. It could be something you hang on your wall and then hang stuff on. And that was the only function really. So what we did was, this was a genius business idea that I would recommend to any entrepreneurs out there, is we just left our products on the porches of neighbors and told them they could pay us back at our address. So they had already received the bill for a product that they did not buy.
Did that make anyone mad?
Yes.
Who were your closest friends in elementary school?
Mason, Kaya, Sage and Jasper, Anna, Skylar, Emily. I think those are my closest.
Okay, who are your closest friends currently?
Kennedy, Tayson, Caitlin, Bailey, Emery. Yeah, don't really have too many close friends.
Okay, what is one of your favorite memories from high school?
Just one?
A few.
Okay. Playing sports. So I played basketball freshman year, played lacrosse last year, and there was no season this year because of coronavirus. Going to the football games and going to our Mr. PHS pageant contests every year.
Okay. What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell myself to stop wearing the basketball shorts and t-shirts every day. And also the collared shirt phase was not a good look. Neither was the bob cut, but I rocked it for a long time.
Okay, what would you ask or tell your future self?
Future self, I would want to know it's a tough one. I guess I would want to know, say, 10 years. I would want to know like where I'm living, how many dogs I have, what my job is, I guess. How rich I am.
Okay.
Am I famous?
What will you miss most about home?
I'll miss a lot of things, but probably a kitchen full of food that I did not have to pay for, that I can just eat and then somebody fills it back up. I don't have to worry about it. And I'll miss seeing like mom and dad and you and Bailey every day.
What?
And having my own room and my own bathroom.
What homemade?
And I'm just kidding.
What homemade meal that mom or dad makes will you miss the most? That's a lie.
I'm kidding. Dad makes really good asparagus on the grill. And when I tried, it did not taste good. And then mom makes a lot of things I don't know how to make. Or I can't make them as good as she does. Probably the chicken taquitos and I don't know, like the roast she does on Sundays sometimes. Pretty good.
Okay. What advice would you give me?
About what?
Anything.
Really? Okay. Just to you or to people your age?
To me or anyone my age.
Okay. I would say to enjoy the phase of life that you're in. So whether you're in middle school, high school, just enjoy it and make the most of it because it goes by quickly. And before you know it, you'll be moving out of the house. Forever. Or maybe not. I might be back.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say?
I want to say PHS class of 2020. Peace.
Dear Karsyn, I'm sorry that you won't be having the graduation you hope for. And I'm sorry that you and your friends don't get a senior prom. I'm sorry that I can't fix this all. If I could stop this global pandemic from happening, I would in a heartbeat. I think we all would. But I'm not here to dwell on something we can't fix. I'm here to embrace what we have. Your class is having a graduation like no other. You are the only class that can say you picked up your cap and gown in a drive-by. You are the only class that can say you finished your last days of high school at your own home in quarantine. Sure, it doesn't sound as great as a typical graduation, but it is unique, and probably won't ever happen again in our lifetime. That is why I decided to embrace it and document it all. Today is April 29th, 2020, and we are going to pick up Karsyn's cap and gown today.
I think the universe is on my side. Heaven and earth have finally aligned. Days are good, and that's the way it should be. You sprinkle stardust on my pillowcase.
We're ready to graduate here.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Excited? All kinds of things for you here.
Oh, great. Thank you.
This is your cap and gown. And then this is the poster for your senior class.
Oh, cool. Thank
And
you.
Mrs. Holly wrote you a note on the back of it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Interested, and then if you need anything, you can
Oh,
for
okay.
anybody.
Thanks
Great.
so much.
Yeah, and then you had a senior survey in your email.
Yeah.
So we just
Have you ever had the feeling that we're not alone? All the calls I've been receiving
came by, and I'm pretty sure there's multiple teachers, but they're dropping off signs, like yard signs, for all of the seniors as a little surprise, since, you know, it's just a cool thing to do. And so they came by and put a sign in our yard right there. Karsyn, there's something outside. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird how they get it here.
Woke up in London yesterday, found myself in the city near Piccadilly. Don't really know how I got here. I got some pictures on my phone, new names and numbers that I don't know. Address to places like Abbey Road. Take turns tonight, not turns to whatever we want. We're young enough to say, oh, this has gotta be a good life. This has gotta be a good life. This could really be a good life, good life. I say, oh, this feeling that you can't fight. The city is on fire tonight. This could really be a good life, a good, good life. To my friends in New York, I say hello. My friends in LA, they don't know where I've been for the past few years or so. Paris to China to Colorado. Sometimes there's airplanes I can't jump out. Sometimes there's bullshit that don't work now. We have got our stories, but please tell me what there's to complain about.
Hi, Cabs.
Hi, Kars.
Hi, Karsyn. Hi, Evaloo.
How are you feeling about Karsyn leaving for college?
I am really excited for Karsyn, but I'm also kind of sad because it's going to be lonely without her here.
I'm really happy for Karsyn going to college, and I know that it'll be really awesome for her and really good for her, but at the same time, I don't feel ready for her to leave. I feel like I still need my big sister, you know?
I'm feeling really excited for her. I think she's gonna have a really good time. I'm excited for her, like super excited. Well, I'm excited for her. That is the truth. But I'd be lying if I said that my heart wasn't feeling like it was gonna burst. Because if I had it my way, you guys would be 10 and 7 and 3 forever. So how am I feeling? Just like it came too fast, really.
What's one trait that you love about Karsyn?
One thing that I really love about Karsyn is that she's really inquisitive. She always liked to figure out how things worked. And so she would take things apart or create things in the garage or tinker with things, and so she was always interested in how things worked.
She's witty. Another trait I like is that even though she's witty and likes to have fun, she is a deep thinker and she's very observant of people. And I think one thing in our family that she does really well is she notices when somebody's kind of having a bad day or in kind of a funk, and she's really good at bringing people out of that.
funny she is, and I think she just has a fun personality. I wish I could be more like her.
Really, there's so many things I love about her, but she really can make anyone laugh and can cheer anyone up. It's like she has this amazing gift to just like cheer everybody up and make them laugh. I was younger, to this day, she's always let me hang out with her friends, which I don't know, I just think is so cool because when I'm around other people, they don't like seem to want their younger siblings to hang out with them. But Karsyn would let me hang out with her and her friends when we were younger, but she still does to this day. She lets me hang out with Tayson and all of her friends, even though she's in high school, and I really love that. I think Karsyn is more like mom or dad?
I think she's probably more like mom.
Probably a little bit more like dad.
Just say, I feel like she's not really like either of them.
Me. She likes to be funny and laugh, and she makes jokes.
Did she get into trouble when she was younger?
Yes, but not like, she wasn't a naughty, like she's not a bad kid. She wasn't like in trouble, like doing naughty things necessarily on purpose. She was just super curious and very, a little bit like, I wouldn't say kind of fearless as a little kid. Like she just tried, she was like a cabinet climber, you know, like she'd climb on top of our counters, and at parks she always got her. And so it wasn't really in trouble, but she pushed the limits a little bit.
She was a stinker, and she kind of liked to get in trouble, I think. Yes, she got in lots of trouble. She was always kind of pushing the envelope a little bit.
Okay, what is one or two memories of Karsyn that stand out to you?
Oh, one memory I guess that I have of Karsyn is just that when she was like really young, she used to put everything in her mouth. And she would find like flies and stuff, and she would eat really nasty things. And then another memory that I really like from Karsyn is when she had like her G.I. Joe phase, and she would dress up as an army man and run around the neighborhood.
I remember Karsyn in one of our old houses. She took me down to this dirt patch by a church that was there, and we took our bikes, and she was teaching me how to make skid marks with my bike. And I remember doing that and then like falling off. I think this happened twice. I like cut my arm once, and I cut my leg, and I just remember she was so terrified of getting in trouble by mom and dad that she just like came out of the house and like put like 6 band-aids down my leg, and yeah, that was pretty awesome. We like to call it the Swiffer incident. She was like singing a song and Swiffering our hardwood floor, and then she fell, and she was on her back like in a starfish, and then we were like, "Are you okay, Karsyn?" And she just like rolled over onto her stomach. It was so funny.
When she cut her hair, because she's my only child that ever did that. Well, Bailey cut someone else's hair, but that cut her own hair, and just her response or reaction to that somehow she was like doing something nice for me. But anyway, that's a funny memory, or one that stands out. And then another one is when she was in preschool. She went to a Catholic church preschool, but they had a tradition of every Christmas they did the Christmas story from the Bible. And it was kind of this long-standing just tradition that all the girls were little angels and the boys were the shepherds. And Karsyn was not having any of that and was like insistent that she was going to be a shepherd, and she ended up being a shepherd. But the reason that is such a fond memory of her is just, I feel like it was kind of, I mean, not that she wasn't before that, but it was her way of, like, she's always been kind of bucking the trend out there. She kind of does her thing because she wants to, and not because everyone else is doing it.
left with the neighbors without permission to go to a fly fishing competition, and she got in big trouble, but she also won the competition and came back with the first prize. The rod that she'd won is that me and her went fishing up the North Fork of Shoshone, and it just wasn't very good, and she was getting covered with bugs, and she was getting really frustrated like Karsyn does. And so I just decided to leave her and go fish a little bit away from her just to give her some space. And then all of a sudden she was shouting, and she had hooked and landed a really big fish.
What advice would you give Karsyn going into college?
I would tell Karsyn to not go in with any serious expectations and allow herself to try things that she never would have when she was at home, and know that sometimes those things that you push yourself to do end up being things that you really enjoy. So
If I had to just make it brief, which is hard for me too, and articulate something meaningful, I would just say to not deprive herself of experiences. This is hers. This is something that shouldn't be dictated by other people. She has a lot to offer, and I just hope she kind of gets out of her head and goes out there and has a great experience, like owns it. Like, she don't make excuses or let other people dictate what this experience is like for her.
My advice for Karsyn, obviously I haven't been to college, but my advice would be to just remember that she can do hard things, and that even when things are hard, she'll get through it.
I would tell Karsyn that there is so many great things that she could do in life, and that she should try to focus on stretching herself and challenging herself and really putting herself out there. And part of that will be trying to break out of her shell and get to know people and try to be a little bit more social and interactive with people, and also to just not retreat into her own head, but put herself out.
Is there anything else you would want to tell Karsyn?
I would want to tell her I won't tell her everything on this, but I'm super, super proud of her. And I'm really excited for what's out there for her, because I think she has so much to offer. And I think she owes it to herself to share that with other people. She sometimes holds that in, and we see it, but not everybody else sees it. And I hope that she's able to kind of let down her guard a little bit and share herself with other people, because I think she has the potential to make a big difference, and I hope she'll do that and she'll go out there.
I love you, Karsyn. I think you're gonna have a great time in college. I'm really proud of you. I really miss you, both figuratively and literally.
I just love that little sneaker, and she is going to be so missed around the house, because she really does bring sort of a lightness to all of us, and that's
Well, you know, Karsyn, that I'm really going to miss you, and I have not always been the easiest sister to be around, I'm sure, but I really love you, and I'm so happy.